Hey y'all, it's Sam here. I want to do a quick walk around for tomorrow's shop video and the repairs. And I'm not sure it's a Wi-Fi check. It is a Wi-Fi check at night. It's dark. I don't know why the video looks light, but it's dark out. But here we have, folks. This here is. No, it's not a honeybee video, but this is it's a Wi-Fi check video and just a quick walk and talk for tomorrow's video. And what do we got? There's the tree climbing, safety harness, one-arm knots, pole climbing and tree climbing, the difference between pole climbing and tree climbing. Not that anybody cares, but tree trimmers know what I'm talking about. Arborists know what I'm talking about. But here's one right here. That utility pole is our practice pole right there. That's our practice utility pole right there. Don't worry, folks. There's no electric to it, so nobody's going to get in trouble. But here we are. We're this is the when the cameras look different when you turn them around. Plus it's dark. I don't know why it's coming out light, but it is. This is the C10 next project, not a honeybee. We're not working on honeybees. We're not working on any sawmill stuff up there. I don't know if you guys can see that if I turn it around. Why it looks light on the camera, I don't know. But we'll put this thing in the air, and this is tomorrow's shop project, and it's a Wi-Fi video check. For sound and everything. Thanks. Anybody that's stopping by is participating in a Wi-Fi video check. I'm thinking I'm a couple 300 feet away. I don't know. Possibly less. Maybe less. But this is 1970. 1970 C10. Walk around and talk around. What was going on in 1970, folks? What was happening in 1970, folks? Whoa, easy. No, that didn't sound good. Let that set for a second before I go walk underneath it. Load it down. Before I drop that down. All right. I'm going to have to get a spotlight, I guess, folks. Can't see a damn thing. Now I know why Warts gets so cranky about his flashlights. I want. Where's my flashlight? And use that other camera. We're not gonna. But here's what we're working on, folks. C10, 1970, oil leaker farm truck. Not really. Doesn't leak any oil at all. Well, look at it. It's just the 1970s bucket of rust. Everybody likes the 1970s bucket of rust. 1968 bucket of rust. Yeah, but I'll take a 1968 bucket of rust. But look what we got, folks. We got, it feels like we got good brakes. But look at that. Look, folks. I don't know if you can see that when I'm on a Wait a second. Anybody got any comment? What? How about let's give this truck a name for previous owners who have made the repairs on it throughout the years from 1970. How's that? Let's start with look at that. Oh, you can't see that. You guys can't see that. No way. The whole wheel's moving. Maybe you can't see that. Maybe you can, but the whole. I don't. There's not even a bearing in there. Not even a bearing in there. Let's see what this one's doing. No, look at that. Nothing, folks. That one's tight. This one, shoot, don't let go of the wheel. Don't let go of the steering wheel. What is going on? One thing that's so cool about the old farm trucks, look at this. You can practically, of course, I'm on a lift, and everybody's doesn't get the privilege of looking at their vehicle standing up. I wish you could. It's pretty amazing when you don't have to break your back, especially when you're waiting to go to the doctor. You can get to everything, folks. You can practically reach anything you want to. The electrical connections, you can get to it. And get that. Look at that clutch. You can see the clutch. You can tell what's going on here. But there's a lot more we're going to get into here in a second. And I'm hoping the Wi-Fi is working and picking everything up, because the last time it didn't, it cut in and out. No video at all. But if anybody and don't have any glasses on either, shout out if you can hear it. I'm going to sit you guys down for a second and get a light, because what I'm getting ready to show you guys, now it is late in the day, but hey, Zealands, you're awake. I know. You're on the other side of the world. What I'm going to show you guys is going to make you fall out of your chair, and this has to do with anybody that's buying a vehicle, new, used, or whatever, created by another person, or made by whatever. You need to crawl over the thing, laying on your back, standing on your head. Crawl over the car, laying on your back, standing on your head. And with every toe, foot, hand, finger, and look at the whole car. You never know. It might have been in a flood and went to old I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. But I'm going to sit you guys down for a second. Get some potato chip. I'm going to set up a bright light. I'm going to get a couple of bolts to show you what's missing. Let's see if we get. Let's see, folks, if we can actually see if you guys are able to see what I'm talking about. Definitely let me know that you can tell and see what I'm talking about, because if you understand what I'm talking about, You're going to say, hey, let's say, I can't even give this whatever a name. I mean, if you're a person getting ready to go buy a car tomorrow and you've already done that and it's a used car and it's something that you're just ready for and you don't really care what's going on, pay attention to this. I'm gonna turn you around a little bit and show you what this is. All right, when you get in the car and you push in the clutch, you expect it to work. Okay, and it does work. This does work, folks. I'm not. This isn't dog, dog, dog. This isn't dog, dog, dog. But you see that that rod that's sticking through right there. That should have a pin or something, not a pin. And the reason I'm talking about the clutch rod, you might wonder why would I be talking about the clutch, the clutch pedal rod, which is the clutch and all that is attached to the cab where you sit, right? Okay. So if you got this, I love this type of thing. Let's just go get it, hop in it, and get her on down the road. You just bought it, your super purchase. But look at what we have that some people fail to do. Hey, it's a new floor pan, all of the above. But guess what? Okay, boom, here you go, folks. It's going to floor you. Sit down, stand up, whatever. Okay, we're missing a couple things like a wheel. Fender well, okay. Fender well's gone. We've got new patch panels. Okay, that's really cool. But, oh, well, what, what what is happening here with the floor pan? Well, wait a second. When you go along with the floor pan, you got seatbelts that are attached. I'm assuming that's a seatbelt bolt. It sure is. Floppity woppity all over the place. But here's something really important. When you put a pan in, and you're like, hey, Neil, what's that? What's a very unpopular name that we can make a joke out of? This is all fictitious. It's all fictitious, folks. Don't get in an uproar. I'm not talking about anyone that anybody knows at all. Me neither. He neither. Whoever did all these things or whoever did all the repairs were trying their hardest. That's what I can see. That's what you get from an unprofessional. You see that they try their hardest and they move on, and there's nothing wrong with that. But here's what we have: no bolt going through the floor pan. That is replaced. Not touching anything, which amazing. We're gonna fix that. Not a problem. Not a problem. But and we're gonna change the shocks. We're gonna check the brake light. But having the cab attached to the truck is pretty good. Look at that, guys, girls. No bolt in the cab so far. New floor pans all the way. Seatbelt. Look at that beauty. No bolt holding the cab. Well, who could care about the floor pan? I'd rather have my feet sticking through. Anyway, let's move on. I don't want to bore everybody, but there's nothing back there either. I know that's been, you guys will get a trip out of the spec sheet from the build. In 1970 on this vehicle says heavy duty suspension as an option. And one of the options you could buy in 1970 that was a big thing, hey, can you give me an oil gauge? I want my truck to come with an oil gauge. Sure, it's such and such extra. Well, how about, it was probably $10 at the time. Oh, you can't throw in an oil gauge for $10? We're coming along, folks. Bore. But look here, even on the other side. Even, oh, what the? Well, there's a one bolt, but look, it's when somebody did something. That's not a rust. That's not a rust thing. Either somebody cut it or ripped the whole cab right off of it, and that metal tore. That's not metal that rusted away. That little, that little, what was holding the cab, only holding the cab, was torn. What did that mean? Somebody took this sucker out in the cornfield and did some little whoopies? Probably. That's what I would do. But folks, one bolt, not attached to anything, coming along in the cab. Look at that. No bolt. Nothing's holding the cab. And what we're going to do, we're going to get into it. This is just a video check. I'm going to try and set up the sunshine thing tomorrow. Hopefully you guys are catching that. But even look at that, folks. You can guarantee somebody did a cornfield jump on this sucker. Look at that ground wire is ripped. That ground wire being ripped means somebody took this sucker through a cornfield and had a big old time. Because look, it snapped. That's probably a 5-inch extra wire. So what does that mean? This whole cab jumping up in the cornfield, 5 inches, no bolt. No bolt. No bolt in that one. No bolt in that one. A bolt over here. Not attached to anything. Ripped off. Whoever run this sucker through the cornfields got some woohoo gonads like you wouldn't believe. And you can guarantee that this cab, the reason it's over a little bit is somebody's been having some fun in the cornfield. But either way, folks, we're going to fix that tire's actually supposed to be straight. You can see how crooked it is. I'm trying to hold the camera up. We're gonna put new rubber. We're gonna put new rubber and duplicate the brackets. We're gonna recheck the fuel tank, which is in the back seat. We're gonna recheck all the rubber. I do think these have been replaced in 1970. You can't. This doesn't look right. I mean, for 1970, the size of these coil springs, I'm sure it's got a heavy duty lift, but I just can't see that coil springs 70s maybe replaced a couple of times. But look at the old U joints here, folks. 1970s, plain Jane basic. Look at the clips. Thank you. Maybe, and yeah, there it is. Look at that. It's a Zert fitting, folks. Grease. You could grease something in the 1970s. You could grease it. Whatever. We're going to check the oil in the differential right there. Shocks are getting changed. And folks, if you're buying a car, if you're buying a truck tomorrow, one more thing before I get out of here. And you guys can tell me whatever you like. I appreciate it all. But if you're buying a truck or you already did tomorrow and you're going to pick it up, and you've never actually knelt down on the ground and looked under your car because you're going to hurt your knee or you're going to scuff your khaki, you better throw your jacket down and peek under your car that you're getting ready to pick up tomorrow, because you might be surprised. It might look totally different. So, hey, folks, if you're buying a car tomorrow, look underneath it. Who gives a crap what's on top? Everybody can see that. But look at this. Everything is right there to see. I know this is a 1970s car, but it doesn't matter if it's a 1995. It doesn't matter if it's 2005. It doesn't matter if it doesn't even matter if it's only 10 years old. If you're the third buyer, hey, guess what? Somebody's done some body work to it. You can guarantee it. Even a 3-year-old car, even a 1-year-old car. But either way, peace, folks. I'm out. Hopefully you guys caught this one. This is a Wi-Fi video check for what we're going to start working on. We're going to change things. We're going to start running up the utility poles and start going over that course. why lanyards are different lengths. When you use a lanyard that's got double, when you change lanyards, how many lanyards you need, all that, whatever it is. And if you're a tree climber, arborist, or anything like that, you know all that. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Millwork, tree climbers, and arborists. Hats off to all you guys. You guys are just badass. That's still work. You get your ass to the top of the tree and talk about it, or cut it down and when it needs. Either way, I'm going to get it hard either way because I run the mill and I care about the top of the tree. So I get it all. I'm okay with that, folks. You can throw it at me. I'll take it. So when you see me in the top of the tree making it disappear, and then when you see me in the top of the tree talking about what it needs to stay alive, it strictly has to do with demograph, what the tree's doing, and how the tree even ended up there, and the life of the tree. Peace, folks.